Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch, y'all. I've added some new things like my mermaid cups and the mermaid tees, and also the Shake Them Tits mugs. All right, you asked for it and you got it. Check out Bondy's merch at Bondy's Boutique. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another The Bondy Blue Show, y'all. I got a lot of topics to talk about, and we gonna get through them. So go ahead, get your snacks, bitch, get comfortable, do whatever you gotta do, because this might be a long one. Also, special shout out to the girl who's in my box braids, crystallized crowns. What is it? Crystallized. Look, I'm gonna put it down below, y'all, because I crystallized underscore crowns underscore hair underscore. I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all can see it. The girl from down here in New Orleans who did these beautiful long ass box braids for me. Okay, very quick, very good. I love them. Y'all hit her up. Go follow her on Instagram so you can see many of her gorgeous creations such as these. Okay, yes, life, bitch, life. Okay, get into. So yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get into my notes. First of all, I want to talk about something I saw on Instagram yesterday, which was Nene. I think she was on, it looked like Jenny McCarthy, some white bitch, but she annoyed me. She was like, I'm gonna give you the tea because you blind. I'm like, see, that's your problem right now. That's your problem right there. Feeling that people are too much of an ally to you because they blind or y'all real housewives. They still white, Nene. They still white. Okay? No disrespect to white folks, because y'all know I have some white people that I love in my life. But I just kind of feel like, as a general rule, don't trust them when it comes to business and money if there are no contracts or business, you know, dealings involved that can protect you, because they will fuck over you in one way or another. So when she was in this interview talking to this woman and she was like, oh, you blind and I'm blind sometimes, so you know, and I know she was just joking, but still it was like, bitch, shut up. Like, you could have gave Real Housewives of Atlanta Instagram page that tea. Okay, you could have gave Justin Diego that tea, the way he always, you know, giving y'all the most, even though y'all should be boring sometimes. Okay, he give y'all the most. All right, anyway, she said that when she was living in LA, she saw this really rundown property, and she's like, oh my god, you know, the kids love me. All the kids love me. You know, the gay kids, they love her. They love her. And you know, shabam boo, bitch, like, I'm trying not to do the most, but I want to do the most, but I'm chill. All right, anyway, so yeah, back to Nene. She calls Lisa Vanderpump to ask her about a property in that area because she knows Lisa Vanderpump owns several businesses, including a restaurant. Lisa Vanderpump is like, no, darling, no, they charge too much, it's trash, no. Basically told her not to do it, but then turned around and bought the property herself. Like, that's low down as the fuck and unnecessary. Bitch, you mean to tell me just because somebody picked up the phone and called you, you was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell her not to do it, but then I'm gonna go do it? Like, why? Like, that's the type of shit that white people do. I'm sorry if I'm offending any white people that's watching, but as a whole, this is how y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not individually, but as a whole, y'all have isms, y'all have stereotypical behaviors just like every fucking body else. And part of y'all stereotypical behavior is getting over on people, fucking over people, and, you know, committing genocide and shit. Y'all do that, okay? So yeah, in this situation, I'm still looking at Nene like, bitch, I hope you learned your lesson. You can't trust everybody. And you damn sure, because I feel like she give more grief to the black girls than she ever gave to, you know, Lisa Vanderpump, any of them white girls on them other shows, and then be hanging with them and kicking with them like they so cool, when really they just smiling and laughing in your fucking face, but probably talking mad shit behind your back. Talking about how you don't belong and all of this shit, even though y'all all on Bravo and your show doing better than theirs. But it just, you know, it is what it is. I don't watch the other shows. I don't, y'all. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with the other white ladies. I'm sorry, they just not entertaining enough for me to care. Not even Jersey. Don't care. Okay? So yeah, y'all, that's Nene talking about Lisa Vanderpump. Like, bitch, why did you think you could trust her from the very get-go? Moving along to the next subject. Cardi B and Offset. So the Jasmine brand reported earlier this week that they were back together. TMZ was reporting it. Everybody was saying Cardi and Offset are back together. And then Cardi got into the comments and was like, no, we not. I ain't even seen the nigga since da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, girl, whatever. You was just talking about you want the D, 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 you want that Offset dick. You want that Offset, you want that dick, Offset. Yeah, okay? She was just talking about how much she wanted the dick. And now you gonna try to act like you ain't with the nigga, but then she had to go to court. And she like going into court like a rich white woman, right? So she got on her fur and her fur hat. And she like, hold on, let me put on my glasses. Hold on, let me put on my glasses. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. And then like, Cardi, what's going on with you and Offset? And she was like, you know, we trying to work it out. And it was like, you're trying to work it out? I'm like, why do y'all have to repeat what she said? Like, you ain't understand elementary, my dear bitch. What the fuck is wrong with some of these people that, you know, the paparazzi? Sometimes you just be like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? Okay, they do the most. But anyway, she just walked through. But you better guess that she's trying to work it out. And I'm kind of glad that she's trying to work it out, because at the end of the day, they have a kid together. They married. If they could try to fix the situation, if they could try to work it out, great. They're both very young. They're both very rich and, you know, huge celebrities at this point in time. So it's probably more difficult for them to keep their shit together than most. So if they could try to work it out, all power to them, okay? I just know that you better not put this nigga name in no more songs, okay? I don't want his name in no more songs, bitch. Keep it real general. Because, like, as the years go on, if y'all break up again and he fuck over you again, you going to be even more hurt after than you was the first time. Because now it's like, oh, we done been through all of this. I thought we was happy and you still hurting me, nigga? Bow, bow, bow. Don't put his name in no more records, bitch. Don't do it, okay? Put all the names you culture. Put culture in everything, okay? No more Offset. Put culture in the song. If you're gonna put somebody in the song, put culture in the song, bitch. Okay? But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they're working it out. Like I said, we'll see. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Further developments. Now, y'all know in November, Tekashi 6ix9ine was arrested and went to prison and was facing life in jail. Well, apparently, he sang like a canary on Shotty and Kuda B. Kuda B was the one that shot at Chief Keef in December or something like that. I can't remember when that was. No, it wasn't December. It was before that. I can't remember when it was. But he shot at Chief Keef in the middle of Times Square. They didn't hit Chief Keef because that nigga was dutching and dodging, okay? But yeah. So his people, his manager Shotty, and whoever the Kuda B dude is, who's a part of their whole little syndicate, they tried to kill Chief Keef. Well, Mr. Hernandez, okay, y'all know they want to use that nigga government name. Tekashi went ahead and sang like a canary and told on a couple of his homeboys, but he also pled guilty to multiple counts of racketeering, conspiracy, firearms offenses, and narcotics trafficking. And that all included the situation with Chief Keef. So not only are you snitching, but you pled guilty and could still possibly get life in prison. They say they probably, you know, he took a plea deal so they could do some type of leniency. I don't know. All I know is you niggas is stupid. And it ain't never real offline. Y'all always trying to perpetrate. Y'all always trying to act like y'all a fucking gangster. Always trying to act like you don't care. Always trying to act like you untouchable. Learn from the people that came before you. Nobody is untouchable. Anybody can get work. Anybody can catch smoke. Anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, you can get it. You bleed like I bleed. I wish people would stop getting it. And that's them drugs and celebrity that make these people think that they're going to be able to get away with shit like this. You was out here perpetrating this lifestyle trying to act like this what you was about. And now when it's time to reap the repercussions of your actions and the imagery that you put out there, now it's, oh no, I ain't do all this. I'm just an artist. I'm just a musician. No, if you was really an artist and a musician, your fucking ass should have been in the studio instead of being on the phone, on camera, calling in hits on people. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, I'm sorry, but he deserved whatever happens to him because he was warned by several people trying to let him know. But y'all new niggas, y'all young niggas don't want to listen to the old cats because y'all think y'all know better. Y'all don't know better. Y'all don't know shit. And this is a prime example of that, okay? Now, Treyway and all of them, you know, we don't bend. We don't, you know, we ain't gonna tell. We stay strong and all of this. Nigga, please, okay? Singing like canaries, everybody going to jail. And y'all niggas stick y'all tough until y'all get in prison with niggas that's twice y'all size. And we'll find out who the real bitches be. Okay? So I'm just saying all of this to say, young men out there, you probably not watching me. But I'm gonna put this out in the atmosphere any fucking way. Your life is more important. Your life is more important than all of this shit. Your life is more important than money. Your life is more important than celebrity. Your life is more important than whatever image you're trying to project out there. And I kept saying this about Tekashi the whole time. Every time something would pop up with him, which was every other week, it was something going down. And I'd be like, this nigga is speaking death, you know, or speaking this shit to him. Okay? You can't constantly be, you know, testing the universe with this type of negativity and think that the shit not gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be sentenced, I don't know when, what, February or something like that? He'll be sentenced soon, January 24th, I don't know. That's not what they said. I don't think that's what it was. Yeah, my date's all fucked up. But he will be sentenced soon, and we shall see how long he'll spend in jail. But even when he goes to jail, even when he gets out, he gonna have to watch his back, because now it's out there that you snitched. Nick Cannon. Okay, let me tell y'all something. The best thing that Nick Cannon ever did besides Mariah Carey was Wildin' Out. Okay, yeah, I love Wildin' Out. Wildin' Out was so good. When I was getting my hair braided, me and the girl was, they had like the marathon of Wildin' Out on, girl. We was just in that bitch laughing our ass off. It was too fun. Anyway, you know, besides me and my head being heavy and tired. But yeah, Nick Cannon is replacing Wendy Williams in February, which means she not coming back. But recently she was spotted out, and she looked, you know, she looked a little rough, but Wendy always look a little rough when she not done up. So, you know, who knows? But y'all know the allegations came out from Kevin's mom that said she witnessed him abusing Wendy. And we don't know what's going on, but I believe that. I believe that Wendy probably was being abused, because she seems like the perfect candidate to be strong in person and weak in private. And we already know she like, you know, roughneck niggas and shit like that. That's her style, that's her stilo. So as far as I'm concerned, those rumors are probably true, and I wonder if that's hindering her from getting back on her job. And I'm scared about that, y'all. At the end of the day, I respect the hustle. I respect what Wendy has done for entertainment, news, and what she has done, period. So we love Wendy over here, like, you know, I do. I love Wendy, and I will hope for her to come back to her show and be healthy. But I don't know if that's going to happen right now. It's just not looking good at all. Also, I want to talk about this video that's been going around of Nick Cannon's podcast, and him saying that white women were the forbidden fruit, and white women are some type of symbol of success for black men. They're also a symbol of lynching. They're also a symbol of crime, rape. Okay, there are a whole bunch of symbols. But what aggravates me is that Nick Cannon has dated and married many, okay, successful black women. Okay, people may not, you know, tap into Mariah Carey, but she's black, she's mixed, she's black. Okay, and Mariah Carey considers herself black. As far as I've, you know, seen her, I don't think she doesn't consider herself black, but it doesn't matter. My point still remains that you've been with women who have been black, models, you know, all kind of women who have been successful in their own right. And to still get up there and say that shit and still want to date white women because you feel like they're a symbol of your success, I find that so disrespectful. And it's a conversation that needs to be had, because there are black men who feel that way. But the fact that you say it as if it's truth is pissing me off. You know, because we like Nick and all of that. He got his lame moments and shit, the turbans, the hair colors, some of the jokes, the rap career, some of the movies, whatever. But at the end of the day, he's done well for himself. And I've always championed Nick Cannon because I like the way he moves. He's smart. But to get up there and say shit like that, who do you think watches Wildin' Out? Who do you think supported Love Don't Cost a Thing in Drumline? Like, out of our community, black women are the ones who support you niggas the most, who make it possible for you niggas to even get to the levels of fame that y'all get to. Whether you a rapper, whether you a R&B singer, whether you an actor, there's nobody out there that is bigging your ass up more than black women. So for this nigga to get out there and actually say that shit is as if we as black women don't have buying power, as if we're not the ones sitting at home, sitting in hair salons, watching Wildin' Out and shit. Like, it's just very annoying to me. It's very annoying to me to continue to be disrespected for white women. Like, I'm sorry, but it is very annoying to me to always be drawn a comparison to, when at the end of the day, when you look at it, you niggas done been through so much, and y'all don't want people to call y'all to y'all bullshit. Like, y'all get to have stupid ass ideals out there, like y'all, you know, oh, all men cheat and all of this bullshit. Like, all of that shit is okay. All y'all niggas could be out there being lackluster fucking fathers. Y'all could do all of this shit to black women, and we always have to be there being supportive, championing black men and all of this shit, and then y'all turn around and say shit like white women make y'all feel successful. White women make y'all feel good about y'all. So word. It's just fucking sad, y'all. It's sad. And I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, Nick Cannon, while you take over the Black Lady show, good luck with that. Jussie Smollett. Okay, so Jussie Smollett was attacked Tuesday night in Chicago on the street in the dark. 2 white men called him a fag, called him a nigga, put a noose around his neck, beat him up. Terrible. Next morning, everybody's like, oh my God, Jussie, prayers to Jussie. Oh my God, I'm pissed. I was one of them. Everybody. We all wanted to put it out there, you know, we hope he all right. Because we heard they poured some chemical substance on him. And I'm like, bleach? Nigga, say it was bleach. What is chemical substance? When you say chemical substance, we think somebody could have threw acid on you and fucked up your little pretty face or something like that, okay? But then when I saw Lee Daniels post that picture of him on FaceTime, I was like, okay, so he look all right. Then the speculation starts to like whisper out that nigga Knight, you know, might not have really gotten attacked. And I'm like, so who beat him up? Like, you know, people was thinking it might be a publicity stunt. We still don't know what's going on. He's come out and said that he's okay and his spirit is strong and all of that. But you don't want to give up your cell phone. And we wonder why. Okay? There's no actual video camera footage of you being attacked, even though you were attacked on the street. There's supposedly, you know, video of 2 dark figures on this street. Who goes to get Subway sandwich at 2 a.m.? You know, it's a whole bunch of things that don't quite add up with this Jussie Smollett story. I don't know. I don't know. Then Trump talked about it. Oh, that's as worse as it gets. No, it doesn't. It gets way worse. You can get castrated. You can get lynched. You can get killed. Your old lady, your old man can get raped in front of you. That whole bunch of things that white people have done to black people in racist fits that, you know, are terrible. And that can be way worse than what happened to Jussie. So shut the fuck up, Trump. Do that for us, okay? All right. But yeah, y'all, I don't know what's going on. And I thought it was so funny because Erykah Badu tweeted, you know, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Now, I don't know if she was tweeting that about him or about people in general. Because online, you motherfuckers jump to conclusions. And that's exactly what they did. They attacked her. And then the next day, everybody is like, well, wait a minute. Jussie Smollett might not have been attacked. I'm like, are y'all going to go and apologize to Erykah Badu? Because y'all stay dragging her. Y'all stay dragging her and trying to find fault with her because she sees things differently. You're not going to get that from me. You're not going to get that here. You're not. I love Erykah Badu and that ain't never going to change, bitch. That ain't never going to change, okay? So I just was like, when y'all gonna go apologize to my girl? Because y'all was over there, you know, she's canceled. And it's like, first of all, if you wasn't never listening to her fucking music, then what are you talking about? Like, people that listen to her music, ain't nobody canceling Erykah Badu. Like, please stop that shit. Like, okay, Badu, it's not happening. It's not happening. Either way, I don't know what's going on with Jussie Smollett. Everybody, you know, his village, Lee Daniels, Taraji, everybody was like, you know, we love you, Jussie. We hope you're okay. And it just seems like something don't smell right. Something ain't right in the milk, y'all. Something about it is just rubbing me wrong. I'll come back to y'all with more on this story. Please believe me. Y'all, it's the beginning of the year, so there obviously have to be some Monique drama. Last year at the beginning of the year, she sparked more drama. So this year, apparently, she didn't call out Whoopi Goldberg, okay? Said, you know, some shit about Whoopi Goldberg because Whoopi Goldberg said that, you know, I would have schooled you on how to do this, this, and that. And, you know, Monique was like, bitch, you can't school me on a fucking thing, okay? You ain't, you know, you ain't nothing but the help. That's what she said. She said Whoopi was the help. And everybody got upset, and she went on Steve Harvey's show to promote her Vegas show that she has going on. She has a residency in Vegas. I'm like, all right, Monique, get your money, baby, you know? And here's the thing, y'all, I'm sorry, but this is one time again where I have to be the voice of reason in this situation. Whoopi is kind of a sellout on a lot of levels. Like, I love Whoopi, y'all. I love Whoopi. But like Monique said, when Ted Danson did blackface and you was married to his ass and you let that go like it wasn't nothing, okay? You can't tell me that the reason why y'all divorced isn't based off of a lot of the issues with him probably being racially insensitive and you can only take so much of that shit. When Mel Gibson you know, did his like racist rant, she defended Mel Gibson. Every time a movie star or something says something racist or does something annoying, she will in some way come to their defense if that's her friend. And that type of shit annoys me because I feel like you have alliances before this and I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you an EGOT and you this, you know, really great representation of a black woman. You've done so much great work, you know, but at the same time, you pander to white people. You do, Whoopi. You do. You may not do it as much now that you're older, but in past years of your life, you have pandered to white people, which is probably why you were able to get in spaces that other black women could not. Okay? So when it comes to Monique saying, I don't need to apologize for a fucking thing, I understand how she feel and I respect her decision. Now, shit got hectic when I guess her and Steve got into it, and she was like, I'll punch you in your face, reportedly, allegedly, this is what they said. And Steve said, if you punch me in my face, your husband gonna have to come out here and square up. Some real shit. So apparently, you know, the hood came out of these two people who have been out of the hood for a long time. Okay? And I don't know, you know, if they're ever going to air it. I hope they do. But I know Monique has her isms. I know she comes off as self-righteous. I know I miss her when she used to be fat Monique and she didn't give a fuck and she said what she meant and meant what she said. But she still, in some ways, is not always completely wrong when she says things. But because people don't like her, they like to be like, oh, fuck Monique. But now y'all don't like Steve either. So I'm really, you know, waiting to see what people think of this argument. But I think that it wasn't Steve's place to tell her that she needs to apologize to Whoopi Goldberg for calling her to help. That was an observation on the life you've lived, bitch. Killer Mike and DJ Envy. So this past week, Killer Mike was on The Breakfast Club, and I'm sure he was talking about his Netflix series that he has. I have to go watch it, but y'all know nigga got to be in a good mindset to deal with all of the, you know, depressing shit that black people have to deal with in America. So, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't always be in the mood for that type of shit. But they got into an argument about public schools versus private schools, and I wanted to get in on this conversation because I have an opinion. Okay? And my opinion is, I totally understand where Mike is coming from, especially when you think about the fact that if people with money sent their kids to public schools, then more money would be put into those public schools. Just like those people who have money put money into those private schools that they send their children to. DJ Envy feels like I have money, so I need to send my kids to the schools that will suit them the best. But if you think about the community as a whole, when you have DJ Envy's money and you know you're probably gonna be writing a fucking check to that school anyway, why not put money into the public school system so that more of the kids that grew up like you did have a shot at doing better? I totally understood what Killer Mike was saying, and I feel like a lot of niggas be like DJ Envy. They get into a space where they know they don't have to deal with nigga shit no more, so they wash their hands with it and they move on to a better life and leave their community behind. And they think that doing a couple of little events here or there and doing, you know, oh, this foundation and I'm gonna go and be here and do this and do that. Like, you could tell he felt bad because then after that he wanted to pay for people to get into some shit they was talking about, some type of situation with school, but it was like their application fee. He wanted to pay for their application fee for this seminar or whatever. But it was his way of trying to feel better about how fucked up he came across as being a now privileged nigga who left the hood and was like, fuck the hood. I think that that's a lot to be said for public schools, that people who put their children in private schools because they feel like the public schools aren't good enough. But if people with money would put their money where their mouth is and put it into the public schools, it would help the public schools do better. And I know there are different, you know, different things as far as what you can do for a public school versus what you can do for a private school. But you can't tell me that there's no way you can't go in there and be like, all right, I got some money I won't give y'all. Tell me how we could do this. You know what I mean? Like, there are ways. I'm sure there are ways to do this because there are public schools in California that are better than private schools, you know, anywhere else. There are public schools, you know, in certain places, the public schools are better than the private schools. So you know that this is something that is doable. But whenever it's in the inner city, whenever it's around mostly black and brown kids, all of a sudden the care isn't there. It's not. Y'all just want to put y'all kid in a private school because that's what's easiest, instead of trying to help everybody and put your kid into a school where not only will they be around people who look like them and they won't have to deal with what black kids go through when they go to some of these schools where they like 1 or 2, 3 black kids and everybody else white, and then, you know, your kid ain't as horrid as you wanted them to be no more because they growing up in a different type of environment. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things that black kids have to go through in a school system. I know because I went from a predominantly black school to a predominantly white school and back to a black school and then back to a white school, and this shit is a culture shock every single fucking time. But you know what it taught me? To remain who I am, to remain steadfast in being the proud African American woman that I am, no matter where I am and no matter who is around me. Meaning that when I was in a room full of white folks that was begging me to be different, I would not. Okay? So I feel like there is some education just in personality and how to deal with different people when you go to different types of schools. But I also feel like there needs to come a time when public schools stop failing our kids, because our kids are the ones that are being affected by these schools not doing well. And it would be helpful if the celebrities and the black people who have money that get out the hood will go back to the hood and put money into it instead of leaving it to be destitute and having other kids have to struggle and come up the same way. All right, y'all, so Beyonce and Jay-Z decided that they were going to ask people to go vegan. And if you go vegan, you could possibly get lifetime free tickets to all of their concerts. Y'all, why everybody trying to bully people into being vegan? Like, I'm from New Orleans. We like to eat. It's not gonna happen. I've had people tell me that I should go vegan. Maybe it'll clear up my skin and all of this shit, even though I done seen plenty fat bitches eating McDonald's every day with beautiful skin. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. My dermatologist and my esthetician say it don't have shit to do with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and believe that I was right about that. Because everybody wanna tell you about your skin like you don't have health insurance and you ain't got no dermatologist. Bitch, I got a dermatologist. I don't need your help. Like, I just want to let you know I don't need your help. Like, I'm working on it, bitch. It takes time, but bitch gotta make this money and do videos every day, so you gotta see me for what it is, all right? I put my little powder on, put my little makeup on, and try to make the best of what I got right now. But, you know, there were years that y'all saw me with no makeup on and my skin was fan-fucking-tastic. So, let a bitch have a moment. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Beyonce and Jay-Z, like, I love y'all, I respect y'all, but vegan is not always the answer. They got so many people that can't really go vegan because of the lack of nutrients in the vegetables. Like, they do all kind of shit to the vegetables that we eat nowadays. They're not the same as the ones that they were planting, you know, 100 years ago that had way more fiber and way more protein in them. That's why people who be on vegan diets, sometimes they still have to take supplements. They still have to, you know, drink all them fucking protein shakes and shit like that, or eat buku broccoli. Bitch, everybody don't like broccoli, especially if it ain't got no cheese or no butter on it, okay? So I'm tired of people, you know, trying to bully people into eating a certain way. Like, let people live their fucking life. I can eat meat and still be healthy. I can eat chicken, shrimp, steak, and everything else and still be fucking healthy. I don't eat bacon every day. I don't eat meat with every meal. So I don't understand, you know, why it's always somebody trying to force us to be vegan. And Beyonce, you go back and forth with being vegan, hun. Are you really about to be vegan for the rest of your life, Texas girl? For real? Like, I'm just saying. There are moments when we could go ahead and be vegan for a week, be vegan for a day. But then sometimes when you check out the vegan soul food places, you notice that they have to put so much more salt and sugar or whatever else in the food to make up for the lack of meat. So sometimes the benefits don't even outweigh themselves. All I know is that's cute and everything, and y'all do have a bitch looking into whatever that is that Beyonce promoting on Instagram that I keep seeing. Like, you do have a bitch looking into that and all of that. But no, like I said, I'm from New Orleans. I live to eat. I don't eat to live, and I don't plan on changing that no time soon. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a Kate, you know, I'm a work it out. You know what I'm saying? There are times when all we be eating this bitch is bland food because I got acid reflux and I have to correct shit. But at the end of the day, like, nigga gonna always bake some chicken. Gonna always saute some shrimp. Okay? Gonna always eat some boiled crawfish. Y'all, let's talk about Ariana Grande. Okay, look. I also have Asian tattoos, okay? My first two tattoos were Chinese symbols for talented and love. My first one was love. This was back in the, you know, early 2000s and shit. This is what you did back in the day, okay? You went to college and you got tattoos. I also have my unk right here. I have my tree right here with my dad's initials. I have a mermaid on my back, and I'm thinking about getting some type of flower on my wrist. But I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to chill out. Okay, because you know, once you start back up, you want to get more. However, when I did decide to get the Asian tattoos, I Googled them because there was Google. There was Google back then. So I don't understand why Ariana Grande couldn't Google what 7 rings was in whatever language she was trying to get it in before she went to the tattoo shop and had them motherfuckers putting a barbecue pit on her fucking hand. Like, girl, really? Really? And then her excuse was, you know, I peel right there, so it wasn't going to stay long anyway. Like, baby, like, you just don't understand why people don't be like, hey, assistant, Google this and make sure that this is right before I get this person to permanently ink this shit on my hand. And I know tattoos aren't permanent anymore because you can get them removed with laser surgery and she has enough money to do that. But I was just like, bitch, what? You mean to tell me all of the times we done got the wrong tattoos in history and you ain't learned yet to Google this shit before you do it? Bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you, bitch? I can't. Yeah, I cannot. Them fucking ponytails be too tight, huh, Ariana? She stressed out. Y'all, Tisha Campbell Martin and Dwayne Martin. One of our favorite examples of black excellence in the 90s growing up. After they got married and they was together, we was like, yes, you know, black community, we like Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell, okay? So we was all here for their love. But recently, for the past year, they've been going through a divorce. And at some point, it was said that Dwayne was asking for spousal support. So now, when Tisha Campbell says that, oh, he's been abusing me and I want a restraining order, I'm questioning if it's actually true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me that he been abusing you since 1996, bitch? Really? Really? I don't know, y'all. We haven't heard anything from Dwayne. But apparently a judge gave her a restraining order, a temporary restraining order to keep him 100 feet away from her. And I'm just like, wow. Like, you just never know. You just never know what be going on with people. You think their relationships are good. You think that shit is sold up. You think whatever they're going through, they're working on themselves. And then 20 some odd years later, they get a divorce inciting abuse. Like, it's just crazy to me, y'all. I couldn't believe that shit. So Tisha said that he punched her in the chest at one point, and that he always taunted her about her weight. When she started to gain weight, he taunted her about that, and that's why she couldn't get jobs and shit like that. And also that he tried to grab her and pull her back into a bedroom or something like that. I was reading it on the Jasmine brand and it wasn't really clear, but I guess she cited enough instances for people to think that she might be telling the truth, especially for a judge to order a temporary restraining order. But the funny part about it is you haven't heard anything from Dwayne. You've heard everything from her, but you haven't heard anything from Dwayne. And you know, they have children together. It's just, are Will and Dwayne still best friends? Because you know they used to be like this. So I'm wondering, okay? Like, I'm wondering what Jada and them know. Y'all, it's a mess. It's a mess. But I was really astonished when they, you know, filed for divorce. I was like, damn, not Gina, not Dwayne. Like, I was like, damn, y'all. But I guess, you know, it's still going on. There's a lot of money. Apparently now she's making more money than him, which is why he was asking for spousal support. So we're going to see how this all ends. But it's some drama, and it's some 96, 97 drama, bitch. We'll see. We'll see. And lastly, y'all, let's talk about B.Smith and Dan Gatsby. So B.Smith is a former model and like a lifestyle host. I remember she used to have a show where it was like a cooking show where they did all types of crafts and shit. Like, it was, you know, back in the Gap or whatever. But I remember this. So apparently B.Smith has Alzheimer's. I had a grandmother who had dementia, so it's kind of similar in the way that the mind regresses and they forget things. And she's had it for about 5 or 6 years now, I believe, since like what, 2013, I think. And now he has a new woman. Okay, he is taking care of B.Smith in the home that they share, but now he has some white woman named Alex Lerner that he then moved into the house. And I don't understand why he decided to put it on social media. Like, you could have kept that shit to yourself. Don't nobody know you for real. Don't nobody care what y'all doing. But the fact that people are fans of B.Smith and then you put this out there saying that you got this new woman, this white woman that you done moved into her house, it just seems hella fucked up and disrespectful. Now, I still understand that by her having Alzheimer's, she's probably not the same woman that he once married. She probably has, you know, barely there lucid days, and it's probably really hard for him, and he probably gets really lonely. Also, when people have Alzheimer's, they can be mean, they can want to fight you, they say, you know, terrible things, they don't remember you, and the shit can be very stressful for the family members. It can be very stressful when they don't remember. Like, I remember it was hard for my grandmother, and we had to put her into a home, of course, because she was my dad's mom, and her only other daughter after my dad passed away has schizophrenia, so she couldn't take care of her either. And, you know, we had to put her into a home because she would, you know, just walk out and be gone and all of this type of shit. She never did that because we put her into a home, but it was difficult because you just don't want to do that to your people. But it was like, what else could we do at this point? And she was already in a home before it really started to happen, because she wanted to move back to New Orleans. She could have stayed in the house with my mom, but she wanted to move back to New Orleans to be near her other daughter and her other grandchildren, her other great-grandchildren. So eventually she would forget that my dad died, and like it was just very painful to even think about having to explain to her again that he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what Mr. Dan Gatsby is going through. But I still don't understand why you had to move the white woman into the house and then let everybody know about it. Like, we didn't need to know about it. You could have kept that information to your fucking self and nobody would have been the wiser. I just think it's real fucked up. And now people are digging into Alex Lerner, the woman who he's with now, you know, digging into her past. She was with some chef that, you know, beat somebody to death or some shit like that. I was reading about it, but I don't really care, because it's like, who the fuck cares about who she was fucking with? Who really cares about her? What is important in this story is that you should have kept your big fucking mouth to yourself. You were like a 60-something-year-old man, I'm guessing. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you got going on. You ain't Ronald Isley. Don't nobody care. You could have kept this information to yourself, but now you got everybody all up in arms and upset and worried about B.Smith because you want to push shit on social media that you should have kept to yourself. Like, you old, nigga. Like, do what old niggas do. Stay off social media. That's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed the Bondy Blue Show today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see y'all in the next video.